Hey there, everybody. Welcome back. Hope you're all having an excellent day. I just wanted to put together a video quickly, kind of going over some points for the new War Thunder Summer Quest that we've got here in the top right. First things first, this one doesn't seem as bad as some of the other ones. It definitely seems achievable, provided you have, at least a little bit of free time, and plus it's the summer, so, unless you work and have a job, then you should be able to. Even if you do work and have a job, it's doable. It's doable, provided you get good. Let's go ahead and take a look at a few things. So first off, what's excellent about this one is that it's purely based on mission score. So you do things in the game, you get points. It contributes to your overall total there, which is fantastic. None of this, make sure you kill X amount of enemies, you have to win, none of that stuff. It's just do things, get points, achieve marks of distinction. It's great. I think this is a much better way for them to go about it. And it's also not like totally out to lunch either. I mean, 40,000 score, that sounds like a lot, but you got 2 days to do it. And I did a little bit of math for you guys, so you don't have to. Let's just say you're doing ground RB, which if you're not, then shame on you. And then there's a multiplier by vehicle rank as well. So if you're at the very bottom, it's times 0.8, which, if you're doing ground RB, it's technically times 1.23. I assume that that's how it works. I don't know for sure. I haven't done specific testing on how the multipliers compound or don't compound, if you just add one onto the other, if they are compounding. I don't know exactly for sure, but I was playing rank 7, which is basically top tier, and I'll do the math based off of that. If you've got top tier, you should be playing top tier because it's giving you more points, and also the matches are quicker, so it's more bang for your buck, sort of. So let's just say you're doing some standard top tier stuff, and you're averaging, say, 1,000 score per game. I kind of work from the assumption that you just add the decimal multipliers together, so like ground RB multipliers times 1.33, rank 7 multipliers times 1.2. Obviously, it's not going to double your score because that would just be ludicrous. I mean, maybe it does. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't tested it for sure, so I'm not positive. But I just kind of worked under the assumption that it's going to be times 1.53. So that seems like the most reasonable, but again, like I said, I could be wrong. Anyways, let's just work off of those numbers. Averaging 1,000 per game times 1.53, that's 1,530 per game, basically. And obviously, if you get more than that, then great. If not, we're working with averages here. And 40,000 points divided by that number is 26.1 for a bunch of decimal points. Doesn't matter. 26 games, roughly, for you to be able to get all 40,000 points, provided you're averaging 1,000 per game in realistic battles at rank 7. Which top tier games last maybe 10, 15 minutes. I worked on the higher end of that, 15 minutes, 26 games, 390 minutes, divided by 60, 6.5 hours. I mean, over the course of 2 days, 6.5 hours, that's almost nothing. That's an afternoon. It's not a big deal. You could do 3 hours one day, 3.5 the next. You could do 4 hours one day if you have extra time, and then finish up the other 2.5 the next day. Whatever you've got time for. But I mean, 6.5 hours to do one mark of distinction isn't horrible. Now, obviously, that makes it difficult if you want to try and get the marks of distinction for all 3 of them. Obviously, you can see that I have 0 points for pilots, even though in some games that I was playing in ground RB, I was using my A10 and getting, maybe 4 or 5 kills with it. So there's no crossover, which is a bit unfortunate. You would actually have to play air RB and naval RB in order to, get points. Also, naval RB, if you're doing that, it's got a double score multiplier, which is, nobody plays naval, but still, that's pretty cool. Still 40,000 points for everyone, though, so that's awesome. Yeah, and then also, just some tips and tricks here. Obviously, play ground RB, play as high a tier as you can. If you're not comfortable with your super high tier stuff, then you can drop it down a little bit to where you're comfortable. Obviously, getting more score with a slightly lower multiplier is better than getting almost no score with a higher multiplier, just because raw numbers are better as a base for you to build off of with the multipliers. But if you do have, higher tier stuff and you're comfortable with it, I would very much recommend you doing autocannons where possible, because it's score based. Autocannons give you more score because you've got the hits, you've got the crits, you've got the assists. Usually things that have autocannons are faster, so you can get to cap points easier. They've got more utility in the form of scouting and things like that. So something like a Bradley, Germany's Begleitpanzer, or the Puma, Russia's BMP-2s. Don't play this one because it's cancer. Stuff like that. The Warrior from Britain, if you've got it. Who else has great autocannons? Japan's got the Type 89 and the Type 87 RCV. I mean, that's a rank 5, so you're just getting, flat, whatever your score is. That's what you're getting times the 0.33 if you're playing it in ground RB. But things that don't one-shot are going to be better for you because you'll get more points playing those kinds of vehicles. Heck, even if you've got like halfway through Germany and you have a Wirbelwind and you feel like you're super good with the Wirbelwind or the Ostwind, or any other like autocannon SPAA that's also good at fighting tanks, the ZIS-12, ZSU 57-2, those kinds of things. Those are going to help you grind even faster. So just a little bit of a piece of advice there for everyone, I guess. But anyways, that's pretty much it. I mean, the rewards for this one aren't the greatest thing in the world. I mean, we've got this weird Hungarian tank destroyer. We've got a Skyray, another Leopard 2 variant with a 105 instead of a 120, and then IJN Haruna, which is just IJN Congo with a different name. That's basically it, really. That's kind of my 2 cents on the matter. I think this is a much better event. I wish all of the events were like this. The crafting events are god-awful. The previous Operation Summers that they've done where it's, you have to win 3 games, cap 10 points, kill 50 enemies, all of that, that's horrible. It's just raw, get points, fill up the meter, earn the things. It's fantastic. I hope that they keep this model up in the future because I think this is just way better. If you like the video, make sure you like, subscribe down below. Really appreciate it. Really helps me out. And as always, everyone, I'll see you on the next one. Take care, everybody. Peace out, much love, and God bless. Cheers.